A pleasure to meet all at last, and welcome back to Nerf Secrets Revealed Aftersought. And now for today's review, let me tell you, it's been quite some time since I last talked about an Edge Rivals Blaster, but let's just say that I got more on the line. Because this one's incredible. It's massive in size, but in terms of its function, I really see a lot of potential for this one after all. This is the Rivals Jupiter, basically one of the only sniper rifles to ever exist in the Rivals lineup itself, and one of the only other blasters to exist in the Edge series. And I tell you, the way that the Rivals lineup has been branching out very, very much compared to some other lineups, it's not the only one around. I mean, the Rebel lineup has certainly branched out a lot for a while now, and looking back, there have been quite a bunch of other branch outs that have happened. The Vortex lineup had a few branch outs. The Elite lineup, of course, had a lot of branch outs as well, like the Battle Camo series and some others here and there. But as for the Rivals Edge series and their Jupiter, being that it is a big sniper rifle, I really see a lot of incredible feats with this thing. Because first of all, if you haven't already looked up my review on the Rivals Mercury, then well, simply put, it's been quite some time since I had talked about it, but you know what? The Jupiter has the same exact kind of clear space on the inside that you can look inside to be able to tell how many rounds you have left. And yeah, I tell you, its bolt action is pretty satisfying because after all, okay, now I'm out, so now to load it, it's pretty darn good to say the least. Pull the bolt all the way back, which is not like some blasters out there where you don't need to pull back the priming handle or anything of the sort just so you can release the clip or anything like that. The Desolator didn't have to do that, and there's a couple others here and there that I could also talk about. But the Jupiter, of course, requires you to pull back the bolt. So the bolt here is just one thing out here that I do like. I do appreciate it very much because of this. Look at how fast I can do with this. So in general, I definitely consider the Jupiter to be incredibly useful in battle. Especially because, well, I'm seeing a lot of HIR rounds go down range, pretty far actually. Also, this came with its own bipod, just like the Raptor Strike. But yeah, just like my Raptor Strike review, I don't have the bipod out with me, so yeah. I apologize for the inconvenience, yet again. However, there's also a monopod in the back. Yeah. As strange as that sounds, it's probably meant for total stabilization of the blaster when in use in the prone position, so I guess that's fine. That kind of makes it act more like a tripod with two legs out here and one leg in the back, so technically it'd be a tripod with three legs in general. And now, the moment you've probably been waiting for some time. Let's test it out with a little invisible integration. Well now, I tell you, all sniper-based blasters I've tried out so far, they each have their own unique set of merits within their own rights, but the Jupiter's by far my favorite sniper that I probably will ever use out here today because, wow, that was nice. And the reason for that is simply because, well, its overall functionality is one thing, but I mean, the styling of it is just incredible. It's almost like no other rifle-based blaster that we've gotten so far. I mean, could you ever have any other blaster in your collection that has this kind of bolt action? I suppose not, but that's only because we might just be getting into this kind of technology, where Hasbro is all of a sudden discovering how a proper bolt action is done on a blaster, whereas for years, some of their competitors like Adventure Force and Busby Toys and the like, they've pretty much gotten it right a long time ago. And I will say for sure that the Jupiter surely deserves a high rating because of its color scheme, being that it's in the nice highlighter green, orange, and black, along with some red accents, including on the monopod, the trigger, and the bolt itself. I pretty much give this one a rating of 8.9 out of 10. So I could say for sure that it's still not the best Rivals blaster that I currently have in my collection, and it might not be the best Rivals blaster yet. But it is only a matter of time before we find out what it is, though. So that's basically it that I got to talk about the Jupiter. However, there's still a lot of others that I will be have to talk about at some point. I will have to talk about them, but if you want to see more, go down to my channel. Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.